you can share about this, but it looked like AD showed you something that made you laugh, at least on the TV screen on an iPad in the fourth quarter. Anything that he noticed or just in general you can share about that?
Nah, just trying to have a good time, throughout the course of a season, just keep the smiles going, laughs going, and that's what it's all about.
Hey, what did you make of the bench tonight, and particularly the trio with THT and Trez and Kuz, and what those guys gave you?
Just high energy, and it resulted in some very good plays for our ball club. Trez from the start was aggressive, finishing at the rim, finishing and-ones, getting that second possessions. Kuz's energy has been like this all year, so we expect that from him. And then THT just came in and was very poised. A very poised game tonight, getting 10 assists and also attacking the rim as he's done all year, just being very efficient. So they were great tonight.
Taylor has mentioned at times that his strategy in practice sometimes is just to kind of shut his mouth and try to learn and try to listen. And have you seen anything from him? Just even going through a rougher patch for a little bit before the break, and then coming back with a game like tonight, and what that might say about his growth.
Nah, he's just a sponge. Like you said, he don't say much, but when you talk to him, you can tell that he's listening. You can tell that it's getting stored, and he applies it onto the floor, so that it's getting through. So. He's been really good. Obviously, he's gonna hit a rough patch. He's still young in this league. He didn't really get any minutes into the bubble. So this is basically his rookie season, and he's gonna learn from his mistakes, and we're okay with that. So, we're delighted. We're happy we got him.
Dave,
Right, Kuzma said that AD, this period over the last several weeks, has been as vocal as he's experienced him as a teammate. And obviously, AD's been so accomplished so far in his career. Whatever he was doing prior to this stretch was working for him. But how have you seen him being able to be comfortable using his voice, and how that's helped the team, even though he can't be on the court?
I just think he's just trying to lead any way possible. Obviously, he can't be on the floor and be able to do the things that he does at a high level. So, he's just giving his word to, a lot of the guys, being there for him, showing them things on the iPad, on the film side throughout the course of the game, and, just being helpful to our ball club as much as he can be. And, I think that's great for our ball team.
Bill?
Hey, LeBron, when you go back to the fall and when you first heard that Trez might be an option in free agency, how did you see him fitting? And, I guess, has it more or less been what you expected in terms of how you saw him coming in as a fit?
I felt that if it was a possibility, how he could work in our team, he would give us instant energy and instant scoring off our bench. And obviously our team last year, we kind of struggled a lot, with our bench scoring. So I felt like he would make an immediate impact on our ball club. And it's been just that. The thing that he's been, working every single day is continuing to, on both sides of the floor, and he's continued to improve, over these 35 plus games. And it's been great to see his growth.
Dan?
Hey, LeBron. Tonight was, I think, career triple-double number 98 for you, closing in on 100. Obviously, it was important. You stayed on the floor, took the foul, got off. What is it about that statistic that you think that statistic maybe more than any other kind of encapsulates your ability to put an impact on the game?
Yeah, I think so. I think for me, just because I've always wanted to have a triple threat, game where I'm, one, I can pass the ball. I love passing the ball to my teammates and getting those guys shots, getting them good looks. Being able to rebound, that's always important. Rebounding wins championships, as great Pat Riley would say. And then being able to score a little bit too. That's probably the least out of the three for me. But to be able to be on the court and you can control the game in three different facets of the game. And it's always been important for me to do it in a win. The losses never mean much to me, but to do it in a win, it felt like you made an impact. And when it happens in the flow of the game, that's what's also more important. So I guess you can say so.
Couple more, Kyle Goon.
Hey, LeBron. Obviously, when you're whole and healthy, like the style is going to change, the minutes and responsibilities are going to change. But what is the value of winning games shorthanded like this, where guys have to adapt? What is the value of this come when you're trying to make a playoff run and win series?
That you can key on anyone. You can call for anyone on our ball club who's ever in uniform throughout the course if it's a playoff run, and you can rely on them. So we're shorthanded. Missing obviously two of our starters. Missing some pieces to our ball club that's helped us win a lot of ball games. But we have a next man mentality, and guys are just trying to do what they need to do to help us win, and that's what it's about.
And as a follow-up, is there anyone who's new to the team this year who's really earning your trust in a way that you kind of feel like when the playoffs come, like this guy's definitely ready?
Yeah, Taylor. He's new. He got a little bit of minutes last year, but he's new. We got veterans, and Trez. I know he'll be ready. I know Dennis will be ready. I know Mark will be ready for the postseason run. But Taylor is new pretty much, to a extended, season. So, but I know that he'll be ready for it as well.
Last one, Rachel.
Hey, LeBron, we're 10 days away from the trade deadline. Then all the buyouts afterward. It's just kind of become this frenzy of activity, the transactional nature of the NBA. It's changed a lot from when you first came in the league. What have you seen just as a player? What is that experience like, knowing that you've got sort of these 10 days week coming up, where you're going to have all this activity around the league, and you guys are kind of watching it happen the same way we are?
Yeah, I mean, you're watching it and learning about it and hearing about it on the fly. Let's divulge your team. That's pretty much it. Unless you have any type of transactions that happen with your team, you really don't get too much involved into it. Besides just having sidebars and saying which team improved, which team didn't improve, which team could have got this guy or that guy, whatever. Teams are always just trying to figure out a way how to get better, especially the ones that believe they can make a run for a championship. So that's the way it's always been not always, but for the last, 5 to 7 years, 10 years of my career, with the trade deadline and the buyouts and things of that nature. So it's 10 days. There's going to happen really fast, so we see what happens over the next 10 days.
We sometimes see arms races in conferences. A couple of years ago when the Raptors won the title, right at the deadline, the Raptors made a move, Milwaukee made a move, Philadelphia made a move, everyone kind of in that conference, obviously going off each other. Do you expect that in the West this year with sort of how close some of the teams are?
I have no idea what to expect. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors with a lot of the franchises, and I won't speak about other franchises. All I can do right now is worry about what we do on a day-to-day basis. We love what we got going on here. Obviously, everyone is looking to get better, see what happens other than that. But, my mindset right now is Minnesota Timberwolves.